All right, so we're going to say that that is good as far as the joints are concerned. So I'm just going to click this to go back into like object mode. And now I got these back as their objects. All right, and so I pretty much got everything going fine. Now, one thing I do want to mention to you, if you go to the attribute editor, it is possible to change the joint rotation order. But the way I have it set up right now, and just as a reminder, it's going to, even though it says X, Y, Z, it's actually going to read Z first, meaning that when I move Z, and I'll put this on gimbal mode so you can see it. When I move Z, the other two axes will move with it. Okay, so it reads Z. Y, only one axis, which will be X, will follow it. Okay, see how X follows it? And then X will be last, and that will twist. Okay, but that's kind of the way we set up when we were doing our when I was setting this up to begin with. So I think that will be fine to leave it like that. But I just want you to be aware that, you know, if for some reason something's not working, you can always change this. Don't change it after you start animating, but that is a possibility. Okay, so we're gonna call that good. All right. So now what I need to do is just flip these joints over, and that's actually a relatively easy process. So I'm gonna select this. You want to select the one that's on the outside here. So we'll do the leg first. So I'm gonna select the leg. I'm just gonna go to skeleton, mirror joints, hit the option box. In the option box, I'm gonna choose to do, so I'm looking at my axes here. So right now it says X, Y. So that means it's going to, imagine that if you look at this, that there's a plane here of X, Y. It's actually going to flip it on this side. I'll just show you. See how it flipped it this way? It's not the way I want. The way you actually want, if I look at this, is on my YZ. Okay? So I'm going to go YZ. And then I'm going to choose behavior. And I'm going to search for underscore L underscore and replace with underscore R underscore. That way when it flips it, it'll actually change the name to hip underscore L underscore JNT. And then I'll hit apply. And it'll mirror it to the other side, and it has all the same kind of orientation. And because we did it based on behavior, they'll actually work opposites, okay, to some regard, except the blue, which is what, and it's pretty much the way we want it. Now I'm going to grab the clavicle, and I'm just going to hit apply again, because it's basically the same thing. Next I'm going to grab the eyeball. All right. Now this is a little bit different, because I actually don't want them to work opposite, because otherwise when I move it on this axis, it'll cross-eye every time. The eyes always work together, right? They both look to the left, they both look to the right. So I'm gonna change just the orientation, okay? And then I'll just hit mirror since this is the last one. And then voila, we have made our skeleton. And we will kind of carry on from there. So this is actually kind of short at the end here. All right, good luck.